Hi, I'm Nicole Radke. I'm a quantum healing hypnotherapist. I work with past life regression, ET experiencers, and human consciousness. I'm also a trans channel and intuitive medical medium, so I have the ability to see the effect of consciousness and life force on the physical body and also connect to the stream of consciousness for communication. So beyond quantum healing, communication. Today I want to talk about dreams, and I'm so excited to talk about this because I just absolutely love the dream state. It's my favorite part of my day before I go to sleep at night is to set a dream intent and remember my dreams in the morning. So I know for a lot of people, when we talk about dreams, the first thing that they usually say is, I don't remember my dreams, or I don't have any dreams at all. Or they might say that, oh, I have all these weird, strange dreams. So for me, this is absolutely a passion. And I love doing a dream group that we have once a month, where we have a group of people that come together and we share our dream experiences and talk about the interpretation, because you really are the best interpreter of your dreams. And there are many good books out there. There's great websites out there too that can help you interpret your dreams, to look at the dream symbolism. But ultimately, you are the best interpreter of your dreams because it's your life experience and it's very personal to you. So I want to talk about dreams in terms of nightly visions. We think about dreams as typically in one of two categories. It's either they're working out the psychology aspect of the day, or we have these deep wisdom, shamanic type dreams. And I want to kind of bridge the gap between those so that dreams can become more a part of your daily integrative reality. So for me, dreams are very much a compass for where our life is at. It's that bridge between the internal world and the external world, and where we are with the shift of consciousness, where we're trying to get beyond this duality that we live in, this black and white, light and dark, etc. So your dreams are your dream compass. And so what does that mean? It means that you have to look at the nature of what a dream is first. Every human has this ability. Just because you don't remember your dreams doesn't mean that you don't have the potential to dream, or that you're not dreaming at all. If you're taking medication, or you're tired, if you're stressed, those are all things that can influence whether you even remember your dreams or not. But for the majority, most people don't work with their dreams. They don't know that they can set a dream intent, that they can be more creative with their dreams. And it's a small shift that you can make in your perception of your dream world that delivers pretty quickly. Most people will see probably within about a week or 2 weeks that there's a difference in the nature of their dreams, in their recall ability. And so that's my hope, is that as you get through this short video today, that you have a better understanding of what your dreams are, how they can help you, and what you can do with them. And so the nature of a dream is about rebirth, it's about release, about integration. It's a way of us to connect into the stream of consciousness, because we're all conscious beings, and find hidden knowledge. And it's not hidden in terms of that you're not supposed to find it, but there's these more subtle layers of energy that you get into. There's different realities that's stepping out of this dimensionality. So dreams are very, very real. It's also a place where we can encounter teachings, maybe even teachings from other beings or from your guides, your helpers. It's a school very much like Earth is a school. But they're intended to bring balance between your physical and your spiritual energy. And so typically in dreams, what you would find is there's some sort of action that takes place. And you're using your intellect to determine the action that needs to take place. So all these things are happening very subtly. It's very much like you're just a participant, but on some level you're not. You're creating this. In our dreams, we experience a variation, a spectrum of light and dark, things that are familiar, things that are unfamiliar to you. You can encounter people in your dreams that feel like you've known them and you have a relationship with them, but in your waking state, when you recall the dream, is you can't place this person at all. Well, that's part of the things that show you that you're tapping into the greater stream of consciousness. But it's all for personal growth. This rebirth, this release, this integration is all about the growth and the expansion of your consciousness. It's also the time that you're using the most of your sensory abilities that fall into that claircognizance and clairvoyance category. Claircognizance is clear knowing. Clairvoyance is clear seeing. You're seeing with a deeper sense of not just your physical eyes, but seeing with the part of your brain that uses the imagination. I always say the imagination is that brink, or that bridge, that link between your source self, your higher self, and this physical self here, this physical brain, the one that has all the chemistry parts to it. But the dream helps you to get out there. There's social interaction that happens in our dreams. Very rarely do we dream where it's just you and nothing else is there's no other interaction, there's no other people there. For the most part, there's always other people in your dreams, people that you're interacting with, whether you know them or not. It's a very social atmosphere. I actually didn't think about that until this morning when I was trying to think of, what do I want to talk about today? It really kind of dawned on me that dreams are very, very social. And the way I got to thinking about that is this morning I woke up and I recalled a dream that I had where I encountered, I was actually in a room with 2 other quantum healing practitioners, and I was kind of helping one lady to sort out a technical problem that she had with her website, and the other practitioner, she had a backache in the dream, so I was rubbing her back. But we dream in groups. We dream about people that we're connected to, even though you might not see them in your day-to-day life. If you have a common purpose, those people will show up in your dreams. So it's very, very social. The other part of what you can do is affirmations. So understanding that your dreams are there to help you to integrate your expansion of your consciousness. Well, that's all well and fine, but then what do you do with that? And so dream work is very important. Before you go to sleep, you could set a dream intent. What do you want out of your dream state that night? Are you looking for guidance, or are you looking for information? Are you trying to create a new belief system, or do you need healing, or are you just curious? There's so many things that you can do, but it's always going to be what's most appropriate for you. So that's a good place to start, is before you fall asleep at night, is just set that dream intent that you want to dream whatever is most appropriate for you to know. And that sets that intent parameter and communicates that to your source self that you're requesting information. We live in a free earth. We have free will here for the most part, which is a whole nother story. But this is a free will planet, and even though we have helpers and guides and source self and all these unseen aspects of our support system, we're still the ones that are at the center of all of that. This physical life right here, we can't forget that we're in this container, in this body. And so you have to ask for those things if you want to kind of drill down and be more specific. And that also touches on the fact that dreams are the ability to create. So if you begin setting a dream intent before you go to sleep, going through your sleep state, and when you wake up in the morning, making that a habit, to recall, what did I dream about before you get out of bed, or before you get your cell phone and get on Facebook and social media, is just take a few minutes and integrate what your dream experience was. What did you just come out of? You can do that with breath. That's also the best time to meditate too, is in the morning when you wake up, because you're still in that very nice alpha brainwave state. So working with affirmations, dream recall, and dream work will really kind of amplify your dream world. So your dreams are what helps plant the seeds for things that then eventually happen in your physical reality. And so if you don't do any dream work at all, you might not see the connection between your dream life and things that happen in your physical reality, because you might have had a dream 2 years ago and you don't keep a dream journal and you never go back at it to look at it, and then you don't make that correlation. And so what I have found is that the more dream work I've done over the last few years, the more current my dream the relevance of my dreams have become. So now I'm to the point where, whatever I dream the night before typically has to do with something that I'm going to encounter the next day. So it's a much more proactive way of living, instead of kind of clear stuff up after the fact. And so my question was, when I was in my meditation, is why is dream work so important? And what are we not doing? How are we not using that dream state? And what came to mind was that it's the ability to create, because our conscious mind is out of the way. And it's not that we need to set that part aside, is we really need to integrate all these parts of us. There's a meld that needs to happen. But it's that inner critic. That inner critic is asleep. And that allows you to become more of a creator, because we're all source energy. And so it's the ability to create and to nourish yourself, your source self. It's that cosmic breath that you get to inhale. And it's a cleaning up of the external disorder that's reflected in your internal life. And so all you have to do is just breathe it in. We like to make things so complicated and convoluted. And the universe is pretty simple when it comes to these things. And so just literally breathe that in, sit with your breath, sit with that intent, and then you're being more of a creative force in your life. And the other thing also is that it helps to align our center. And so how are we not using it? We're not actively using it to align ourselves and to expand our cosmic consciousness. And this made me think of mantras. Setting a dream intent, working with your dreams is very, very similar to the work with mantras, which is a combination of breath and sacred sound. And so you don't need a ancient mantra or a Sanskrit mantra to facilitate some of these energies. It's simply by recognizing that you are source self, and that you have the ability to breathe the cosmic consciousness. Every breath in and out is like a birth and a death. And then when we get all these parts of us to work together, then we become aligned, and centered and expanding our consciousness. And it's important at this time because all human consciousness is rapidly expanding at this point. And we're also rapidly creating this shift that happened in 2012. We can really kind of see how fast things are moving, the contrast between the dark and the light, which is just essentially active energy and passive energy. And so what would you notice? What would change if you put some intent into your dreams? Well, you're going to see a little bit of magic. There's some transformation that's going to happen. It's having a taste of your own inner magic that you have. It's using your creative imagination as a force in your life. It's actively expanding your physical self. And this does affect your DNA. This does affect your health. And it's realizing that this is an illusion. You know, we hear that so many times over and over that, you know, Earth is just an illusion. It's a hologram. It's just a reflection of source, and all those things are true. But we need to realize, what does that point out to us is that nothing is permanent. And in this material world that we're in, that we're trying to move beyond, is we have to accept that nothing is permanent. Everything is constantly changing. And so your dreams are helping you to identify those beliefs that you have that might keep you in that pattern of stuckness, in that physical reality. And so keep yourself light and clear. And you know, another way that you can do that, and this came so beautifully yesterday in a session that I facilitated, was using the I am affirmation. And this is where you connect to your source self. This is the essence in your heart, and incorporate it into with color and water. And so, for instance, you could have a glass of water, and you can have your hand over the water, and using your power of the imagination, that creative power that you have, set an intent, set an affirmation of I am clear. Feel it, see it, and then associate a color with that. Infuse that intent with that color into the water. Drink that water, and it helps you to become clear. It's a blend of that physical and those spiritual energies. We need to get beyond these limiting belief systems that we have, that dreams are not real for some reason, or that they're just our imagination. Well, what does that mean? Whoever came up with your imagination is not real. I'm still looking for that guy. Your imagination is very real. It's a language that you speak, and that is through that center of the imagination. So set an intent for your dreams. Set an intent that you want to connect to your source self, that you want to have the most appropriate dreams for where you're at, for what you need, and that I am clear conduit for your dream work. And so happy dreams. I'm interested in hearing about your dreams. If you have any questions about that, or need any dream interpretation, you can comment on this video, or you can go to my website, www.naturalpathways.co, and I would be happy to chat with you. You can also find information on my new book, Beyond the Veil, The Collective Stories of Us, which follows 14 people on their journey through quantum hypnosis, where they encounter aspects of past lives, lives as ETs, other beings. We talk about the shift, and so that's available on Amazon. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. So thank you and have a great day.